diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the home of the USC Trojans, the storied Los Angeles Coliseum. As we'll see the number 24 team in the country, the Oklahoma Sooners, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the USC Trojans. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. The Trojans will kick it away to start. Fielded in the end zone. It's Brewer. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. So the Oklahoma Sooners offense will get the first crack at it here. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right, and David, both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have two guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed.
There he goes. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down. The Sooners want to move quickly.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting his defense on alert early.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Going to swing it on second down. He finds a soft spot in the middle. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44.
And the offense showing off the short passing game, moving the sticks. Nice job, and look at them. They're right on the football, ready to capitalize on this momentum.
Oh, my. Circle, circle. Spinderella. Put him in the spin cycle and picked up the first down.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys. With that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season. And, man, you know he's looking for more.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Back to pass on second down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Harris. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. And another big play from a Sooner receiver. We've seen that before. Some places you might get grades like C, D, all A-pluses here.
And he grabbed it like a lamb and serving up busted chops like you've seen this offense do so many times in the past.
This drive was clicking along, but now it's 2nd and 14. He leaves it with his back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
He took a hit as he could and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. Smashes it between the uprights. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
And on this opening drive, the D gave up some yards, but that's okay. They buckled down when they needed to. They forced the field goal, keeping the home crowd still engaged, still excited, and now they get the football.
The Trojans offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And the story is going to be in this one. Will this quarterback be able to operate for... That big fella on the defensive front gets right in his grill, Jesse.
And listen, he's one of the best quarterbacks in the country, but he better play with a clock in his head in this one. He's not going to have a lot of time. There were a lot of quarterbacks around the SEC that probably felt this way back when they played the Georgia Bulldogs, and David Pollock, right?
Yeah, especially those real teams with Jordan Davis and Nolan Smith and Jalen Carter. But, like, here's what's fun. You can't throw the ball off your back. And that's what this guy's going to try to do. Get to the quarterback, affect him. The bottom line is every quarterback becomes really human when you hit him. Can he hit him and make him human?
And the Trojans line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. So they've put up some early points and now to build on this 3-0 lead. Caught in the backfield, it's Johnston. Trying to hit him with a quick game on first down and nothing doing there. And the Sooners racing to the line in a hurry-up.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
Snagged in the middle, it's Harris. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Out of the shotgun on third down. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. The Sooners will call on their punt team. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They went 3 and out on their first possession. Now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Throws to the tight end. Working a little foot magic on the sidelines, and it'll be enough for the first down. New set of downs after the completion. Hand off from the shotgun. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
The Trojans really need to keep this drive alive on third down. They'll try to get it through the air. Catch in the middle, it's Hope. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide, and I know I trust you, I'm finding.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Throws for the tight end. With the catch, it's Dorsett. And the quarterback stuck it right in the keyhole, and they've got it down to the 30-yard line. And the Trojans have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Finds his man. It's Burks. Oh, he's got some space. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep. The Trojans trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. He's looking to throw. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line. And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. Looking to fire. Touchdown Trojans! Fitted in the window for the score.
And one of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing that he's going to sit down when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play just like he did right there for 6 points.
And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Give to the running back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
Fires to the big fella. Makes the grab and not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. They'll throw on 3rd and short. Got his man. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. We're through one period, and these receivers are showing out big time. Take a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Quarterback on the keeper. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room.
This is one of the things that's hard about stopping the option. That wasn't a big gain, but you look up, and they're in 2nd and short, 2nd and medium. They put you behind the sticks consistently as a defense. This defense has to be aggressive, make sure they get to this quarterback, and make him make quick decisions.
The Sooners want to pick up the tempo. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on 3rd. Fires into traffic, it's picked off. Got room on the return. He scampers out of bounds right at the 19-yard line, and man, are they set up.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Got his man on the outside. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Now the play fake. Tight end finds a soft spot. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it 1st and goal.
Defenses are put in such a tough spot when offenses get in 3rd and short because the whole playbook is open, and they go with the pass. I love it. They sneak the pass in there. Nice success. Great job by the quarterback getting rid of the football, getting the first down, now set up 1st and goal.
They'll try to dial up a better one this time on 2nd and goal from the 5. Into the end zone. Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. He's going to lose a yard on that one. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Rides to the back. He breaks a tackle. Little bit of running room as he picks up 4 and gets it out to the 5. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Oh, that's going to be a safety.
Well, the defense could smell blood in the water in that situation, and a great job pursuing, getting to the football, showing you all of that athleticism they have, and they come away with the safety.
This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
Second down, he'll throw it. They're setting up the screen. Turning it on! And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 37.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
It's caught. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. And the Trojans come to the line with a new set of downs. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They got nothing on the last play at 2nd and 10. Back to pass. The sure hands, it's Burks. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
And they did not let him get to that first down line. It'll bring up a call here. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. To move the sticks. First down from the 17.
And these are the plays you know exactly what you're going to get up front. The offensive line does a great job blocking. Just create a little bit of a hole. Pound through that hole. That running back, they can't tiptoe. They can't dance. Run north-south and get that first down. Nice job.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Trying play action. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Motion from the back. Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon. So the early contact for the defense, and they'll move it up 5 yards. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Get it out on the screen. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down. And the Sooners come to the line in the hurry-up. Wants to go up top on first down. He'll take a deep shot here. Makes a grab right down the middle. A massive pickup on that one, and they're in business at the 21. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. This offense has been sluggish, to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Brewer. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Now on 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped. It's a first down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up tempo. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Touchdown Sooners! Quick strike through the air for the score.
Well, the head coach has to love what he saw from his offense here. At the very end of the first half, when you got to have it, execution has got to be great in these 2-minute type situations. Really nice job handling the situation by the quarterback, making sure all 10 other guys on offense are on the same page. And they're still losing the football game, but that's a touchdown they absolutely needed to have here at the end of the first half.
Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. The give to the single back. Makes it past the marker. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've had a compelling start to things there in Los Angeles. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move-the-chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big, fat W. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at the LA Coliseum.
The Sooners will kick it off to start the second half. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. And the returner goes down. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
Gives it on the option. He'll have the first down as he gets it to the 28-yard line before he stopped. The Trojans come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Caught on the outside, it's Burks. He'll step out of bounds right at the 44. A big-time pickup on that one. They're going to run it. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Going to throw it over the top of the knee. Reels it in and goes out of bounds on the left side after the huge game.
Man, I love this offensive approach, man. All gas, no brakes. You got the lead, so what? Continue to do what you do. Find those one-on-one situations and continue to stay aggressive.
Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Wants to fire on second down. Right on the money. This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that first down. And the Trojans once backed up in the shadow of their own goal post. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, USC! If you're able to move the ball and drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing. For this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay big dividends.
So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Breaks into the open. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down, and listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. The Sooners with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Softened him up with a run, and now to throw. That's caught. It's Brewer. Sweet spin. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. Let's see if they can put the defense on its heels in 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. And the Sooners are in the hurry-up.
You know, and that's why this guy can play 1st, 2nd, and 3rd down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. And they're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
The Sooners have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Wants to go up top. Catch in the middle. It's Woodhead. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. Draw play. Quarterback keeps it. Striving for the goal line. Loose football. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
And you just heard every offensive player go, oh, for a second there. How about that? The fumble deep in the defense's territory. But how about Johnny on the spot, scooping that ball up and finishing, lowering his pads, getting in the end zone. Nice break for this offense.
And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Buffalo is in front. They've represented Western New York so well today, but they still have to finish the job, and that's not a given. They're up by 10 over Louisiana. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Give to the back. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. He might want another play. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. He's got an open man. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. That's the end of the period, and USC has the lead. They've done the work to build a nice cushion. Now to bring it home as we check out the stats after 3 quarters. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. He'll keep it himself. Couldn't quite get the huge play on that one, but he goes out of bounds at the 37. Kept it on the ground on first down. See if they stick with that plan on 2nd. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. On target to the left. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. The Trojans are rolling down the field. Leaves it with the back. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues.
And talking to coaches this week, that's their guy. The running back is the guy they feel the most confident in. So I expect down the stretch when you got...
Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Southern Cal.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
He'll bring it out. It's Brewer. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot, and now let's see if they can pull this one out. Working the middle. And makes the tackle at the 23 after he got 10. The Sooners will hustle to the line.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
And his offense is going to have to come up clutch, man. Like late in the football game, you are trailing. This is why you get paid the big bucks. This is why the quarterback is the glamour position. Like, you've got to trust him. He's got to come through. They got to put a few drives together here to get back in this football game.
Working that left side down. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Just keep slinging it. Looking to the big tight end. It's caught downfield. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You've got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
And the Sooners have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. They've got the screen set up. No siree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
And I don't like the play call, guys. Screen pass at this point of the game against the defense playing big zones, prevent, trying to keep the ball in front. It's just not going to work. You got to take shots offensively.
Makes the grab. Runs through a tackle. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And what a great moment for that young man right there. That's his first career interception in college football. He's a guy that's worked so hard. He wanted to make an impact for his defense this year and comes up with a massive play right there.
This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and
there he goes! They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. And the Trojans, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. Going to be a gain of about 3 down to the 21. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. The give to the back. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles.
He's going for the goal line. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start. He's looking to throw.
And it's a really nice drive by this offense. They didn't get too conservative. They put the drive together. Now, the biggest thing for me, now the other team has to score 2 touchdowns. And that's the goal you want. You always want to make it as hard as possible. This offense executing in the fourth quarter. Nice job.
And the returner will be knocked down. The Sooner offense returns to the field. Threw a pick the last time they had it. They'll try to be more productive this time around. Little over anxious out of the stands early, and it's a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. It's complete to the right. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. The Sooners headed quickly to the line.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
Had the pick in his hands and couldn't hang on, and you just won't see that from him very often. It'll be third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure coming. He's got it. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. The Sooners will snap it on 1st and 10. They absolutely had to have that third down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get the third down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
So now it's 2nd and long. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Pass is incomplete, and by this stage of his career, you'd think a junior quarterback might take a little better care of the football. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. No signs of any kind of kickers. They'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. Find space on the right. And a nice grab there. Big pickup down to the 35-yard line. Looking to throw again. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. 2nd down coming. Quickly to the tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. The offense calls timeout. It's the 2nd one they've used this half. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. It's complete to the left. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down? Offense in the sumo set with the big boys. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They're in control. The clock is their friend. You'd have to expect another run here on 2nd and 6. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. 3rd and short from the 45. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a 1st down as they mark it at the 40. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. With the clock running, this should be the final play. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some of their players, David, coming into this game, they felt like they were being disrespected. A lot of people thought their opponent might get them today, so they took this opportunity to make a statement and make an example out of their opponent.
And those are fun moments in the locker room, aren't they, Jesse? Like, everybody's doubting us. Nobody thinks we can win. It's really easy to motivate that type of squad. They played motivated. They played a little ticked off. I'm here for it. I love it. I love the excitement, the adrenaline, the emotion, and they earned a big dub today.
That's going to do it from here.